We're the largest snacking company in the world.
That everyone in the business is a leader and have a role to play.
So it just naturally made sense that, my career would progress.
And I wish someone had told me when I was in high school that that was an option.
It's all about maintaining relationships and
have such a wide array of academic backgrounds in the CCAS.
A strong network of women here to help you.
Well, hey guys, so today we are joined by Emily, who works for City of Stonnington. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you. Happy to be here.
So, can you tell us a bit about City of Stonnington and what is it that you actually do?
So we're a local government organisation or a council, and we take in the areas of, like Prahran, Malvern, Windsor, South Yarra, Glen Iris, and so we're an inner city council. We're not too far out from the city of Melbourne, and the majority of what we do is providing vital services to the community, and that's to the residents, people that live or work or visit the area, and then also to the businesses as well. So a lot of the more commonly known services would be things like, waste management services, rates, animal management, parking. Those are probably the main ones that we're known for, but it definitely goes a lot beyond that. So, we've got our other core functions of the business like HR, IT, finance, but then we've got, a sustainable environment unit. We've got care workers, we've got maternal and child health nurses, childcare workers, we've got all kinds of engineering roles. And so the list really does go on in terms of career opportunities and then also in terms of services that we provide.
It totally does, doesn't it? Like, when you're in high school, you may not think about working for your local council. Like, it's all around you all the time. Like, you always see City of Stonnington, when you visit the area. But, it may not be something that you consider as a future career. So that's awesome to hear that there's so many opportunities. And you certainly work in a very busy area. So, yes, I'm sure you're busy all the time.
Yeah.
And what about yourself? What's your current role with City of Stonnington and what do you actually do?
So I work within the HR department, or the people team as we're called, and I'm the talent acquisition lead, which is, I guess, kind of a fancy way of saying that I look after the hiring. So it's a kind of a hybrid role. It's part strategic. I look after, the policies, the framework and the procedures behind who, what, when, why and how we hire. But then also the operational side. So I provide, guidance and support and advice. I do the job postings, helping with shortlisting, interviewing, contracts of employment and all that sort of side of things as well.
Yeah, cool. So what influenced you to go down this career path? Have you always been interested in HR and have you always sort of lived in the area that you service now?
No, well, I'm actually a Queenslander. So I've been with the City of Stonnington for about 3.5 years, and it's pretty much since I moved to Melbourne. But it did take me a while to find my passion, to be honest, and what I actually wanted to do. So I did start in local government pretty much straight out of high school in a traineeship in the customer service unit, and I knew straight away I wanted a career in local government. I just didn't quite know where. So with all of those services that I mentioned earlier, there's so many different areas to work and progress and to get to know, and kind of worked my way through different areas, customer service, records, and then I found myself in HR and doing some of the recruitment and the talent acquisition functions, and that was where I guess a kind of light bulb went off and I was like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, traineeships are a great way, to sort of get a taste and have a look around a business and see which sort of area you might like to follow your career in.
Yeah.
What about when you're at high school? Do you think that there were some subjects that you studied that helped you prepare for your role now?
I think definitely English and the writing aspect has come in handy a lot. Particularly with my job, I do a lot of job postings, I do a lot of internal and external communications and reports and documents. So that was a big part. Probably drama for the other side, to be honest. and I guess just getting that confidence boost in working with other people and, exploring other aspects of my verbal communication skills.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's a really interesting answer. I don't think anyone has ever said drama, but now that you say it, it's actually so true because, speaking in front of people and being able to have that confidence to stand up in front of other people and talk is huge. And, a lot of things these days are done via text message and online, like a lot of communication of young people is that way. So yeah, that's a really interesting point. What about personal attributes and sort of things that you may have done while you're at high school that you think have helped you in your career so far? Like, were there extracurricular activities or are there personal attributes that you think that you possess that have helped you along the way?
I think those communication skills that I mentioned were quite a big one. So a lot of my role now is working with internal stakeholders, so, hiring managers, and that's across all areas of council and at all different levels. So, it's not just kind of people in the same positions that I am, it's managers, it's executives, it's the CEO. And, so that confidence gained from the drama class has really helped. Anything where you've got to work in a team on a team project or, team sports, and being able to, I guess, adapt the way that you're working to try and suit the rest of the team and so that you can all reach the same outcome is a big part as well.
Yeah, it's definitely all relative, isn't it? That's for sure. What would you say gives you the most satisfaction in your role?
I think working as, within the local government space, everything that we do flows onto the community. And so there's a massive sense of working with purpose. You come to work each day knowing that the work you're doing is going to have a positive impact and flow-on effect. And probably the other side of it is that no 2 days are the same. Every day is a school day, even once you finish high school and in a work environment, and just keeps it interesting.
And so what would you say is your greatest achievement in your job so far?
I'd say probably the work that we're doing to increase access and inclusion in our employment and hiring practices. So we've partnered with a lot of different, external organisations and programs, places like Specialist Stern for, enhancing our neurodiverse environment, Brotherhood of St. Lawrence for providing paid employment opportunities to disadvantaged job seekers. We've got a partnership with Inclusion Melbourne for our disability work inclusion program. And then we've also partnered with Job Access for a 12-month disability confident recruiter kind of program. And that looks at identifying and then removing the barriers for people with a disability to gain employment with Stonnington. So we're doing a lot of work in that space, and my manager, the Chief of People and the Chief Executive Officer as well are huge advocates for this. So it's all been really well received in the organisation so far.
That's so nice. Yeah, I guess, things are hard enough as it is for people with a disability or neurodiverse people. So, for you guys to be doing that work, that's absolutely awesome. So that's a really great one to know and to promote to high school students out there who may fit in that category, that, you guys are welcoming them with open arms. So that's really, really nice. The other thing at the moment is flexible working. It's sort of topical, I guess, with just coming out of COVID, hopefully. But what are City of Stonnington sort of doing in that space, and how are you approaching flexible working?
Yeah, so we are revamping our flexible working policy at the moment. I think it was definitely a positive that came out of COVID. It completely changed the way that we looked at working from home. And while we were all working from home, we actually ran an engagement survey, and it seems our workforce took it really positively. And coming back out of COVID, that hybrid work environment of working from home and working in the office has, again, also been really well received. So we're definitely not forcing anybody to come back in. It's majority of it is at the employee's choice. So I myself go back into the office 2 days a week. We've got some staff that go in 1 day, some staff that go in 3, and some that haven't been to the office since we were first sent home. So definitely very open to flexible working at Stonnington.
That's so awesome, isn't it? Because it was so frowned upon before COVID, working from home. And now, now it's just such the norm, and it really works for some people and it doesn't work for others. But, to have that option of, your desk is still here, you can come into the office if you feel like you need to get out of the house, or if you're a mum and it's easier for you to get your work done at home and then go do school pickup, perfect as well. So that's awesome.
Yeah, we're definitely open to both arrangements. I think the number one priority for us is the psychological and the physical well-being of our staff, and so our safety and wellbeing department are doing a lot of work in that space to make sure that that's the case whether people are in the office or at home.
Yeah, awesome. That sounds so great. So what advice would you give to students out there who are listening, and why would you urge them to consider a career at City of Stonnington?
In terms of advice, I think just making sure that every step or every opportunity that you are taking is getting you to where you want to go in your career, so not just taking on a job because it pays really well, but finding something that you actually enjoy and, that you're going to want to do will be really important. And if you don't know what you're doing right or what you want to do right now, that's fine as well. I think it took me, a good 5-6 years to actually find the space that I wanted to build a career in. And I think one of the really great things about local government, and particularly City of Stonnington, are all the different areas that you can progress in your career. So we offer a lot of what we call secondment opportunities. So you may be in, customer service, but then you get a secondment opportunity in the rates department or in environmental health or in engineering. So there's just great opportunities to learn and develop across the organisation.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds great. Like you were saying, if you can at least pinpoint an organisation that you'd love to work for, like City of Stonnington, get in the door, and then it'll all figure itself out. With so many different options, there will be a path for you within City of Stonnington. That sounds like great. So in saying that, what pathways are available? You mentioned traineeships. Does City of Stonnington offer traineeships, or what are the pathways?
So we're just piloting our first traineeship. We've got a new employee who starts with me on Monday, which we're really excited about.
Cool.
And then we're going to be building on that. So we're hoping to start rolling out our traineeship program in July, and that'll be ongoing for hopefully the next couple of years. We do also have an apprenticeship program that runs in our Parks and Gardens area. And then probably other than that are our entry-level roles, which would be positions like in our aquatic centres. Lifeguards, customer service officers, swim instructors. They're a really great, straight out of high school role. You don't generally need a lot of experience. You just need that relevant licence or qualification. It is a great way to kind of get your foot in the door, or, if you're not quite sure what you want to do, or if you're at uni and you're studying, it's a great part-time opportunity as well. So a lot of our workforce there are at uni, studying in sustainability. There could be opportunities then to also work in that unit and, do a bit of mentoring and build on some experience as well.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. So if students are listening and they'd like to find out more, they can obviously head to the Explore Careers website. And where else can they head?
So you can also head to our website. So that drills down into, current opportunities that we've got available, talks a bit more about our culture, about the benefits of working at Stonnington, and also our work experience program, that I forgot to mention before.
There we go.
For secondary students as well, so they can apply.
Oh, how perfect. Oh, that'd be great. Well, I'll definitely link all of that down below as well, so that if students are listening and they'd like to find out more information, they can just click on the links. But thank you so much for joining us today, Emily. It was really, really great to chat.
Yeah, you too. Thank you very much.